Guys, I'm Andy with Northwoods TCG, and today we're going to be taking a little bit of a walk down the path of what's going on with PSA, eBay, and Goldin Auctions. That's right, we're going to cover this a little bit. We're going to go through some of the things that are being put out there, some of the reports that are coming down from different news networks and different news sources to discuss what has actually occurred and what does this mean for you in the hobby. Is there going to be a big change when it comes down to your overall usage of these particular platforms? And today we're going to take a little bit of a walk on that. Once again, I'm going to apologize because I was trying to get on live Tuesday. I did not make Tuesday, and the reason being is that my graphics card crapped out of my computer. I put a new camera in. As you can see, I got a little HD camera, and the second I plugged it in, it took out my graphics card. So, improvements sometimes cause problems, and that's exactly what occurred. So we will be live next Tuesday, just for everybody that's wanting to follow, and of course, trying to keep on that regular schedule of 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. So sorry about that. I do apologize. I tried to get a post. I was trying to figure it out, and I worked until about 11:30 that night trying to get it to work. Never did. So anyways, moving on into the video itself. Now, what has occurred? Well, as what we've read so far, what we found so far when it comes down to this whole acquisition and what is all laid out is eBay has given PSA access or given them, or they acquired the eBay vault. So now what's going to occur is that if you get a card graded, you can actually put it in the eBay vault. In the eBay vault, then you could sell directly onto eBay. So you're going to be able to streamline that process for even myself and a lot of individuals in the hobby, in sports cards and in Pokemon, in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, all of us. You're going to have the availability now, from my understandings and what I've read so far, is that you're going to be able to send a card in and be graded. You get that grading fee, you get that all finished, and then you get the option to have it sent back to you. Or if you're going to sell it, you can save the shipping and go ahead and put it onto the eBay vault or PSA vault, whatever they're going to change the name to. I'm just guessing that they're merging with that fact. So then they're going to put it in the eBay vault, and then you'll be able to go on eBay and list that item for sale. So you'll be able to sell directly on eBay and streamline that whole process so that you're no longer a middle guy. You're not having something graded at PSA, have that product sent back to you, list that product, go ahead and ship that product again. So in a way, it's a very good system. It's a very good layout when you're looking at the number one grading company being accessible to eBay for actually selling product and selling your graded cards. So that's a very good streamlined move when it comes down to that end of the business. I actually do think that this is going to work out really well. I think this is going to streamline my business quite a bit. It's going to make it easier for me to just submit and sell without having to have the card even come to me. What's the purpose of me seeing it when I can just run it through the system? So once again, these are going to be things that are going to be worked through, I'm sure. There's probably going to be some hiccups at first. There's definitely going to be some problems that are going to occur. But once again, as they streamline and as the system works out, I think that it's going to be a very good overall system when it comes down to graded cards in general, whether it's sports, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic, even Pokemon, any of the graded cards when it comes down to it, when you're actually looking at that process. So what's some downsides of this? There are always downsides to everything when it comes down to this overall market. And once again, you're talking about conglomerating businesses again. Now, I feel like this is a broken record statement. I feel like we just did this with Collectors Holding, a month ago, 2 months ago, when they purchased SGC. So once again, we're seeing that conglomeration of companies occurring again, where they're starting to intermingle and they're starting to twist together. Now, do I think at any point Collectors Holding is going to have enough money or enough drive to be able to purchase out eBay? Not very likely. eBay is such a large company, and it's a worldwide company. It is so big that there'd be so much money transacted in order to be able to do that. I just don't see that being possible. So that's something to be considering when we're looking at the overall performance of what's going to happen. We got conglomeration. We've got now ties directly from PSA to eBay. Now they're working together, which means that we might see more conglomeration of these particular items again. Is there a chance that eBay might buy PSA? That's always an option, right? It's a weird thought, but we continue to see conglomeration. And personally, I don't like conglomeration of my products. I like to see some separation between them a lot of times, because separation prevents the monopoly, and the monopoly not being there gives me options. It gives me availability to use the best grading company along with the best auction house, but them being individual from each other. So it's just something to consider. Now, once again, is this a foreshadowing for what we may see? Could be. Could it just be access and that's all it'll ever be? Could be. Future will tell us where it goes. We will find out what's going to happen over time. It's just interesting to me that just not even 2 months ago we were talking about conglomerating into different groups, and what does that mean for your collection and your availability to grade in different locations. So now the other part of this, the other section of this that we need to talk about, is the other part of it, which is the acquisition of Goldin by eBay. And I think that that was probably the fee that PSA Collectors Holding paid in order to be able to get that access. So once again, eBay has such a large presence, such a large amount, that they had to give them something. And Goldin Auctions, I think, was the way that they did that. Because personally, I don't know, maybe somebody can put it in the comments if they found it. I have not found anything in any articles that actually says that there was a dollar amount spent on this acquisition. It just sounds like PSA got access and eBay got Goldin Auctions from Collectors Holding. So Collectors Holding is the parent company of PSA. I know I've been using them kind of the same, but they are technically, PSA is just a sub company under Collectors Holding. But Collectors Holding is the one that made these deals. Collectors Holding opened it up with eBay in order to get the access to that vault, and then in turn they gave Goldin Auctions to eBay as a payment, I'm guessing, is what actually occurred. Now, there again, now we're going to be talking about conglomeration again. Could Goldin Auctions still function just being a card company inside of eBay, like we did with PWCC potentially? Yeah, we could see that. eBay's kind of been hurting a little bit since the loss of PWCC, and Goldin Auctions is another very large trading cards, sports cards selling platform and auction house that's very, very reliable, and people do use it quite a bit. And now you're integrating that into eBay, creating almost that PWCC movement again by creating that. And is Goldin Auctions still going to have access to the PSA vault in the new eBay vault? Probably. So you're talking about potentially all three of these companies kind of twisting between each other and giving each other access to these certain situations and these certain things. So eBay is still probably going to have access to the vault. PSA is going to have access to the vault. Goldin Auctions now is going to have access to that vault. So now all these companies can kind of work within each other to be able to use this as a collectibles market guru and really build that up when it comes down to opportunities. Now, like I said, we can talk about the big things inside of here. How much gross volume there is inside of these particular things. How much are we looking at potentially for change? And is there going to be, and for your investment side of things, are there going to be hindrances to this actually occurring? And as of right now, no, I don't see any hindrances coming when it comes down to your investments and your overall processes of working through these different things that are going on. It's just going to streamline. It's going to streamline your business, especially for the individuals that are really big integrated cards. People are doing thousands of cards, hundreds of thousands of cards every year, are now going to have access to be able to streamline that and knock out some shipping costs too, which is always nice. When you don't have to pay shipping to bring something from PSA to yourself and then enter it into the vault, when it enters into the vault, then you're going to be able to take that card and sell it on eBay right away and just pay the shipping out of eBay. You're removing a shipping fee. That's just more cost effectiveness to you when it comes down to this. Now, the one question I'm really looking forward to seeing is what kind of fees are we going to be seeing with these particular items? Are we going to see a big increase in fees for eBay for using this vault service? Are they going to charge a fee for putting cards into the vault, and how much is that fee going to be? Trust me, guys, you're never fee free. There's always fees for everything that we do in this hobby. No matter how we transfer this or how we move things, there's a fee for doing business. And it's just a question of how much that fee is going to be. Is eBay going to increase it from like the 13 to 15% to a higher amount for using the vault? So if it comes out of the vault, are they going to charge 2% fee for the value of that card or what you sell that card for? Is that a way for them to just make a little quick cash? That's always opportunities as well. So yeah, really interesting stuff continues to happen in this hobby. Now, one thing I do want to touch on at the end of this video and that I did want to kind of talk about is, once again, investment side. Something that I was going to talk about on the live, and I definitely want to just kind of cover it. Really, guys, be checking out the Brilliant Stars and Lost Origins. I don't think that enough of us channels can stress this anymore. I get a lot of people asking questions, and I do appreciate the questions. I've gotten like 4 or 5 questions on Discord, on Instagram in the last couple days on, I have an extra $500 to $700 from wherever, and I'm trying to find out where I should put this money. What should I be buying right now? Personally, I'm telling everybody, look at Lost Origins and Brilliant Stars. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. I'm not going to say that you need to buy that. But if you're honestly sitting here looking at investment opportunities in the Pokemon hobby, those are the ones that I would definitely be shooting for personally. And I am currently still buying Lost Origins. I I finally got my Brilliant Stars position where I want it, and Lost Origins is the last one I'm trying to build up here over the next month. I'm hoping it holds out long enough to be able to use that extra income and continue to build those positions as we're moving forward. And that's exactly what I'm working on currently. So I'm trying to get 5 cases of each in my stock. I think overall both of them are a toss-up. I've had a lot of people ask me which one do I think is better. It's really what you like. I think both of them are very strong sets. I think overall that's why I'm splitting my position 50-50 on them. I'm not doubling down on Brilliant Stars over Lost Origins. I'm not doubling down on Lost Origins over Brilliant Stars. I'm trying to get equal positions in each. And with that thought process, I think they're both extremely strong sets, and I think they will perform very similarly over the next 5 to 10 years. I think overall you're going to see some really good opportunities. And once again, if you really want to be planning out and plotting that Pokemon investment and how to increase that potential of that, maybe if you can buy a little bit extra of each, like I said, even me, I got 5 cases right now. When this thing pops off and it shoots to the moon, I'm going to probably plan on selling at least 2 to 3 cases of each one just to bring it down so I have no cost. Once again, you can look at that. How do I become money efficient when it comes down to my investments and reduce that risk that comes with those investments? And when you're looking at Pokemon investing, that's definitely a big factor when it comes down to your overall persona and how you should be looking at that. Is you are running into an opportunity with these 2 sets. You just saw it with Astral Radiance, you just saw it with Fusion Strike, you just saw it with Chilling Reign. These 2 sets are very, very strong sets. You will have probably the same opportunity on these particular sets to sell 2, 3 cases and keep 2 on the shelf, and they'll be completely free. You'll get your money back by taking these opportunities. So that's why I'm really stressing these 2, is that any day we could see them sell out on Pokemon Center, and when they're sold out, all bets are off. We don't know where this train's going to go, and we're going to find out. It's going to be a really interesting ride for everybody that's sitting out there and questioning what's going to happen with these particular items. But yeah, once again, those are the 2 that I'm going to tell everybody. If you ask me what I should be investing in right now, you're getting your tax return money in, you've got a little bit expendable money this time of the year, and you want to put it into something, as long as it's for sale on Pokemon Center right now, those are going to be the 2 places. The 2 places I'm going to tell you every time. These are the ones you should be looking at putting your money. These are going to give you the best bang for your bucks. This is going to be your best growth opportunity here in the beginning of this year. When it sells out, it's going to be a gangbuster, and that's where you can really take that money and get that money back. And that's what I look at when it looks like investments. So that's why I'm actually really pushing those ones currently to anybody that's asking. I'm never going to say it's the only option you got. There's plenty of other options, but that's the number one that I'm watching currently. I think all of us that are in investments of the Pokemon TCG are definitely hyper-focused on those 2 sets. So overall, guys, hopefully this is a good video. Like I said, let me know on the camera. I got this new camera. It looks really good. Hopefully you enjoy this. It's a little bit of an improvement. Hopefully it doesn't take out my graphics card again. That was not fun. So learning curves, we've got everything all settled back in once again, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video talking about Goldin. I don't think there's going to be any real bad things of what's happening. I think that, like I said, eBay just got back their PWCC built into it, and PSA just got the availability to have access to direct selling on eBay without having it go to the actual middle guy. So us as middle guys who are grading and selling, we no longer have to have these things shipped to us. Streamlines our business, reduces the amount of stock we have in our homes or in our offices or in our buildings, and it just streamlines the whole process where we can just run these out and get them out to the consumer that's looking for these particular cards. So overall, really good things I see out of this one. Once again, my only big thing is conglomeration. Once again, you get companies really doubling down and merging together and intertwining. That just leads to potentially mergers and these now becoming 3 different companies going all the way down to 2. And those are all factors that may be something we need to be watching for as we move further and further into the years to come. So overall, guys, hopefully it's a good video. If it was, make sure you guys hit that like button. Hopefully I earned your subscription if you've made it this far in the video. Last but not least, make sure that you guys are watching the videos at the end and hitting that like. It really does help a lot. Other than that, hopefully you had a good time, and we'll see you next time here on Northwoods CCG.